What's going on, my good people? Hope y'all doing amazing. TD Wells. TD Wells here, back in action. And my goal is to shoot a video at least 4 or 5 times per week. Every single day, basically, I'm living and breathing the ad world and the AI world, and it's something that's been really close to my heart, like to really help individuals and brands, right? And ultimately helping myself, because the saying again, if you help enough people get what they want, you have everything you want, right? And that's there's some real truth to that. And so what I'm here today to do is help give a better understanding as to that you don't need hundreds of employees anymore to make millions, hundreds of millions, even to be a $1 billion brand. You don't need that. You literally can have two or three or four, maybe five people in your business to launch your success. And I know some people understand that, some people don't, just can't grasp the concept of it. But I want you to think, and I want you to really just dig deep in your brain in your mind and just visualize what you want in your life moving forward in 2025. Is your marketing going to continue to be the same, or are you going to continue to work for other people? Not that that's a bad thing. I'm not knocking it. I'm saying that you've learned a lot, right, working for others. And I would tell you right now that if you can create, if you can find something that is a niche that you love, you have to understand that marketing is going to sell. You no longer have to go out and say, knock on the door. Not that that's a bad thing. I used to do it for a long time. But what I'm saying now is that you have the ability to have a captive audience right in front of you. Just take a look, open up your eyes and take a look. The word cookies, right? I don't know if you guys know, but what cookies basically means, like in the layman's terms, is that when Facebook show or any social media platform, when you're talking about something, they end up showing it to you at some point in time, right? Because you were just talking, oh, I was just talking about that. Now they're showing it to me. Well, the cookie stands for the eye. So for people that can figure that out, they're watching you. So the O and the cookies, that's really what that means. And so they're watching, right? They're watching what you're doing. So what I'm saying is that we have to some intuitiveness to be able to understand that that's really what's going to be the driving factor in building a business or brand or whatever it is you're doing, and how you're going to attract people to your business. Straight up marketing, straight up just basically when the and let me give you a better example. If you're selling cars, if you're selling mortgages, and I'm saying selling, then you're doing it wrong. You should not be yeah, you're gonna go out and get the referrals and all of those things, right? That's inevitable. Everybody's gonna have referrals. But at some point, those referrals they're gonna dry up. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. You're not People are gonna start to go in another direction. They're gonna resonate with someone else, whatever the case is, right? So if you're constantly having strategies, marketing, and content out there, we help build the offer, and we show you how to build an offer. That's why I'm putting out these videos, because I am going to have a community of members in that community where I'm actually teaching and showing exactly what we do on a daily basis and how we create just the best offers and the best strategic uh, finding the ideal client inside of our system. And we just made it an all-in-one deal, so you don't have to have all these different things and segments that you're trying to plug into. It's just your business, your brand, and your message. So when the person shows up at your door, or they fill out something, or they give you their information. And by the way, let me before I want to digress for a minute. If you're collecting name and email, basically, a 6,000 name email is worth 100K. It's worth $100,000, literally. Talking about in your pocket, not revenue, just basically in your pocket. So understand that data, if you own it, you better be utilizing it. You better be monetizing it. And so where I'm going with that is that, again, if you have a marketing strategy, and before the individual reaches you, and I was just where the example I was going to before I started talking about the digression part, or in the digression part, that if you have a marketing strategy and the person has already seen what you do, they no longer have to ask you any questions about what you do, and you don't have to sell them on anything because now the message is already resonated. Even if it took 3 to 4 or 5 times to get to that person, you have already educated them on the process of you can do it. Now they're just deciding if they wanna do it themselves or if they wanna bring you in and help them create whatever it is that they're wanting or that they wanna purchase from you, whether it be a tangible or an intangible product or service, right? So with that being said, I am going to give you some really some good strategic things that you can utilize in your business and the 7 ways to increase your lead quality if you are using Facebook. Even we use Google as well. We do this every single day. We know exactly how to pinpoint, and there are people out there that are really good. They're better than me than what I do, what we're doing. But I feel like we outwork most people, and we can outsmart those individuals. But in the big scheme of things, we're all really trying to say the same thing. It's just who you resonate with the most. That's it, right? That's really what it boils down to at the end of the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen real quick and show you some 7 ways that you can improve your lead quality. And know that this is not, I'm not gonna be the best person on YouTube to or any social media to like have all these editing strategies and things like that. I just want to straight up be raw, transparent, and help you understand, like in real layman terms, how to utilize this in your everyday life and your everyday marketing strategies. If you are trying to generate, and if you are using Facebook to generate, don't get into the mindset of, "Oh, Facebook doesn't work." It 100% works. 3 million businesses advertise on Facebook or more a day. So it works. Okay, you just have to work it. So with that being said, turning on your higher intent of lead forms. I'm gonna focus on lead forms because I think that that is the critical piece to a driving factor of whether your lead is gonna be a quality lead or not. If you're using like a lander page, then you have to make sure that that has a conversion pixel embedded inside of that landing page. That's another level. It's not complicated, it's just knowing how to create it, right? When you know it, you know it. Alright, so you look here, it says you want to create more volume or you want to have an higher intent. You can go inside of Ads Manager, you can see this. But we figured out a way to make this very simple and much easier for someone that doesn't have any ads experience. It really doesn't matter how you do it. We know that these strategies work because we do them and we utilize them every day. All right, so more volume, higher intent, and you have the question for this lead form. You just create it. It's pretty simple. Let's go to the second one. So what you want to do is you want to ask short answers that are similar to like an auto-filled information. So when somebody sees the lead, it'll just auto-fill. And that's probably going to be maybe a lower quality lead. It might be a bot that is filling it out. You don't know. So that's why you have to actually have like some important questions in here. You can have the name, the email, the phone number, but somebody gives you all of that. You're collecting data. Again, data is king. So you now can utilize this information, this data to basically retarget that individual, whether that be through email or however you need to retarget them by texting. And we have all the systems in play. This is where my expertise and my specialty comes in, is because I consider myself a strategic uh, influence in understanding the data. And I know there's a lot of people out there that understand that. You know, we are going to we have been able to generate and help businesses generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in a month to doing this. So again, eliminate the bot piece. Say you want to have a short answer, and you just have to ask them what their phone number is, or like if you're offering mortgages, you have to say, "Hey, have you filled out a form before? Hey, what's your credit score?" Like all of those things. And then when that form comes in, and we completely automate that entire process so that the automation speaks to that individual so that we can understand, like, okay, do we want this person to go over here and and be in that section of our pipeline, or do we want them to be over here because they have qualified themselves to be in this segment? So those are all things that we will help create and show you inside of our community and the community that Wells Media is creating under TD Wells. So that is this. That's going to be the third piece, and then you want to remove. This is really really important because you don't want to waste clicks. And that's what that really means is that you want to remove the Facebook in-stream video placement because it's no one, you're going to waste clicks. And so what I want you to do is I want you to go into your manual placement. You want to slide it over. You want to click on Facebook feed, right column. Yeah, you can do marketplace as well. And then you want to have Facebook search results because a lot of people will go on and search for those results. Remove any Instagram positions, just uncheck them because you're not running. It's connected, but not really, and that's another topic. Okay, adding a greeting to your lead form so critical. This is your form here, and you can when somebody fills out that form, guys. What's going to be, I think, what the piece that you have to understand is that that form is going to be the segment as to whether or the decision as to whether that person is going to be a low volume lead or a high intent lead. And I can only articulate that message in that sense so that you understand that we have a complete system behind that form. So when that form gets plugged in, as soon as it hits our portal, in our sales and marketing system, it's basically going to take over and automate the process for you. Now, if you decide you want to talk to that person, you can, but it's going to automate that whole process for you. And that's the uniqueness of this, okay, that we're willing to teach and or do for you. Okay, so you want to adjust your audience and targeting or like retargeting lookalikes and detailed interests. That this is in the retargeting piece not necessarily complicated, but it's kind of like the leaky bucket, if you will, because a lot of times we don't retarget. But the reason that you would want to retarget is, and the reason that you'd want to retarget is that you need to have more than 1,000 or 5,000 people because retargeting is going to cost you double the price to go and find those people again. They've already seen the ad. So what will happen is that if they've seen it and they're not interested, they're going to keep going through it, and it's going to cost you because that's going to be a click or it's going to be an engagement, right? So these are all things that I think retargeting will, and I believe retargeting will be a really big factor when you've gathered enough data and information to go back and tell Facebook or Google or whoever, whichever ad platform it is, that you want to retarget those people that were engaging didn't convert. That's really it. Okay. You can create even lookalike audiences. Like, so people that look like the audience that you were newly targeting. And so what it'll do is like, for example, like if somebody was looking for a vehicle and they were looking for a, um, let's say they were searching for a Honda Pilot, right? And it was the EX model. I was using that. Okay. If they were searching for a Honda Pilot, it's going to find another person that looks just like that person, not features wise, but online wise, and they're going to target them with the same ad, right? With the same ad, and go, hey, by the way, I, we understand that you are interested in the Honda Pilot, and then now they're gonna show it to another person just like them. And I might have confused you on that, but it's just basically a look-alike version of the internet person that's been scrolling through looking for other pilots. That's it. And then we're gonna detail the interests here. And so those are all things that are very, very critical in the process of adjusting your audience targeting. And those are all things that you can edit on the fly. And we teach you all that. We show you exactly what needs to be done to take this to another level. All right. The conversion APIs are basically pretty not simple, but understanding conversions are going to be really important. That's another that's another topic, but I'll touch on this a little bit. So it says the blue hits are sent by the website pixel tracking, and the greens are those sent via the conversion API. So simple, not simple again, but kind of like as you can see, there is a tone of traffic and conversions missing, right? And using the API means lower cost per lead and better retargeting. Okay, now let me help you understand what that means is that when you use a conversion tracking pixel, you would take that pixel and you would put it on the website that you're sending people to so that it can actually understand the demographics and create a retargeting system that will actually go, "Oh, okay, these are the people that were engaging at some point in time," and you can go back and retarget those same people. That goes back to, like, the lookalike and the individuals that didn't convert. We're gonna go show them the ad again because maybe they were interested, just need to see it again. And so our people are gonna track that and understand that those metrics and then go back and retarget them again. Hopefully that I was able to get you to understand that. It's just retargeting the individuals that didn't convert. All right, so the conversion goals, sending this is it right here. So when you're clicking on it in our inside of our system, if you don't have ad experience, we do this, we help you do this, or we show you how to do it, or we just do it for you. We can do it done with you as well. So a conversions here. So as soon as somebody, so you have like 3 options. You have the traffic, you have, lead form, and then you have conversion form. So you can run 2 ads, and you can do like an A/B testing. You can just send people or you can do 3. You can run people for traffic, so you'd have a pixel on your website. It's just a little script that goes on your website that will track people that or individuals that have visited your site, but then didn't convert. Okay. The leads are lead forms, which are just going to be the form that's in inside that you've created in the questions so that you can understand your client or your customer better and, and what kind of intent they have, right? And that's what that form is for. But that, you got to have some automation behind the form. And again, that's something that Wells Media does. The conversion side of things is that you built an entire basically landing page that will help you understand and also convert at a higher rate because landing pages convert, in my opinion, higher than a lead form because it may be lower intent. But if people go to your landing page and fill out the information, they're pretty serious because there's layers of things they have to do, especially if you want them to book an appointment or if you want them to do something very specific like purchase. That would be the idea behind what a conversion goal is. So many things behind that. Yeah, we really make it simple for you to understand. And I just want to share that, this is something that I love. I love the data aspect of it. I love the AI part as well. And I think that those are all things that we're all going to have to implement at some point in time moving forward. And yeah, I mean, AI is already here, right? I mean, we've been using AI for the longest. Automation's been around forever, for a long time. But now I think more people are just getting the gist of what it really is and what it does. And they say, oh, we're going to implement AI in our platform. But really, the key and the unique strategies are is that just understanding who your client is first, and then putting all the pieces to the puzzle together to help convert and bring in those individuals. So I'm going to use the example of car dealerships because I love cars and also mortgages because I love mortgage as well. Like I love those industries. And I'm going to say with the car industry, their biggest struggle right now isn't lead generation. It's not. That's not the problem, right? You got to have the cars and you got to have the right price. So if you bought the car right, then that's important. I don't have to tell you that if you're in the industry. I think most people know that they gotta buy, you make your money when you buy something or anything. But the most important piece is getting those cars, right? And so what we've developed a system that will help dealers or mortgage people, but we're gonna use dealers for now, help dealers find more cars at the price point using their MMR or their V-Auto and basically gauging what they can buy the car for, right? Because ultimately you have to be able to get those cars from consumers and not at the auction. I mean, yeah, you're going to find a few deals here and there at the auction. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong, but the way that we've created it, we strategize on finding those clients that are ready to sell right now, and then we focus on bringing those individuals in. That's how we do it now. Well, that's our new. It's not new. It's our our system that we've implemented that is totally proprietary and we it works. It 100% works. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, any social media platform, TD Wells, and I'm super excited to be on this journey with you all and help as many people as I possibly can. My goal, again, as I mentioned in 2025, is I want to work with hands-on. I want 10,000 people in my community and working together side by side so that we can all help each other grow, right? Because that's what it really is about. It's really about helping the next person get to the next level, right? And then I said it earlier, or maybe I didn't. That if you help enough people get what they want, you have everything you want, right? Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, subscribe to the channel and looking forward to working with you in the near future. Thank